still remember the first time a self-employed dentist sent me their accounts. It's like reading a novel where every chapter told a different financial story. Great turnover, tidy figures, but by the time we reached the net profit page, that story had completely changed. And you know what? That moment taught me something really valuable. Most self-employed dentists work incredibly hard, but often underpresent their income when it comes to mortgages. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because the way they structure their finances for tax efficiency doesn't always translate well on paper to the mortgage. Now, here's the problem. If your income looks lower than what it really is, you could end up borrowing less than what you could comfortably afford, or worse, get turned down for a mortgage altogether. And in a market where the right property doesn't hang around for long, that delay can make a big difference. That could be the difference between you making or breaking that new home. So what I've learned over the years is presenting your income well isn't just about tweaking numbers, it's about telling your financial story clearly. And these are the 5 things that you need to know to present your income the best to a mortgage lender. Show consistency across years. Lenders love stability. If you've only recently gone self-employed or had a dip in profits, you'll need to help them see the bigger picture. 2 or 3 years accounts with a steady or upward trend is ideal. If you've invested heavily in equipment or staff, hence a temporary dip, include a clear accountant's notes or letter explaining it. It helps lenders see beyond the numbers. And the next is get your accountant and your broker aligned. Your accountant's job is to make your tax bill as efficient as possible. My job, or a broker's job, is to translate that efficiency into something that makes sense to a mortgage lender. Sometimes those 2 goals don't naturally align together. So it's worth your team and everyone on the same page early. And as a dentist, your income could be complex. Use your full picture, not just your salary and dividends. Many dentists forget that lenders often use other sources of income, such as NHS contracts, practice profits, UDA contracts, private practice contracts, or even retain earnings before or after corporation tax from your company accounts, depending on the lender. Knowing which lenders take what into account can make a massive difference on how much you can borrow. And keep your documentation clean and ready. There's nothing worse than missing tax calculations or tax overviews. Having your last 2 years of accounts, business bank statements, tax returns, and any documentation ready upfront saves a lot of backwards and forwards later down the line. Make sure you stay financially organized. And remember, explain your unique story before the lender makes assumptions. Every self-employed dentist has a story. Maybe you bought a practice, you took maternity leave, you expanded the surgery, you invested in equipment. Lenders don't just see context unless you give it to them. A good broker will summarize in your case so it's seen fairly and not just numerically. The key takeaway for you today is I've learned that numbers alone don't just secure a mortgage. Clarity does. If you can present your income in a way that reflects how you actually run your practice, you'll not only get the borrowing you deserve, but also save yourself a lot of stress of explaining figures under pressure. Think of it this way. Accounts tell a story of your career. Make sure it's a story the lender can understand.